Yo, what's going on? And welcome back to Duel Links on our road from rookie to KOG. And I thought I had to get this in as early as possible before we got too high rank and the duelists that we were playing against just had too good of decks. And you may see what's in front of you. This is what I've been crafting in the background. It is an artifact deck. Now, I feel like people haven't really found a great use for artifacts besides being like, maybe you play this artifact in this deck or you play this artifact in this deck and you don't run them together. Now we're running a few of them together because it's all of them that I have, but I think they work together perfectly to create a deck that people don't really see coming. Now what we have is Artifact Vajra, and if you don't know what the artifacts do, they can be set in your spell and trap card zone like a normal spell and trap card, but they can't be activated. The only way that you can use them is if they get destroyed on your opponent's turn, then you can summon them to the field. And when they get summoned on your opponent's turn, they also have special effects. So this one in particular has the special effect before it gets summoned of if this card is special summoned during your opponent's turn. That's not what I was concerned with. When an opponent's monster declares a direct attack. So what we're going to be doing a lot is we're going to leave our field open and we're going to let our opponent attack us. And then if they do that, we can special summon this guy from our hand. Now he's not that big, but he can be kind of annoying if you're attacking with a small monster. All of a sudden you can't attack anymore. And when he is special summoned in our opponent's turn, we can destroy all cards in my spell and trap card zones, which means I can destroy my other artifact cards. Now our second artifact is Chakram. Same effect, if he gets destroyed while he's set on the field, he gets special summoned, but during either of our turns, so this is my turn as well, if a spell or trap card that I control would be destroyed, I can reveal this, return that card to my hand, and special summon this guy. Now we have a lot of ways to destroy our own cards in here, so even on my turn, I want to surprise people by summoning this guy when they're not expecting it, by fake destroying one of my cards. I'll target it, and then I'll return it to my hand, special summon this guy. Now, the last artifact that we're playing is Labrys. And what this card does is when an artifact is destroyed and sent to my graveyard, I can special summon this from my hand. So again, we have a lot of effects that we can destroy our own artifacts. So if I destroy an artifact on my turn, then I can immediately special summon this guy. Now you may look at the rest of the deck and be like, what's going on here? Well, we're running the skill level duplication. What level duplication does is, much like augmentation or reduction, I reveal a card in my hand. Since I have so many artifacts, I'm probably going to be revealing a level 5. Now we have a lot of tuners in here, mainly Dragoonity, Achilles, and Influence Dragon. If I reveal an artifact and I level duplicate on one of these two, they become level 5 for the rest of the turn. Now if I already have an artifact on the field, that means I have a level 5 plus a level 5, which means I can summon level 10s. So over here we have Achilles. If we make him 5 with another artifact, then we can summon Ascalon, because all it requires is a Dragoonity tuner and one non-tuner monster, which includes artifacts. So we can summon Ascalon, a big boss monster. Now we have Vajrayana here, because we're only running Achilles. So Achilles is going to be in our graveyard when we summon Ascalon. So if Ascalon dies, then we can immediately summon Vajrayana and equip Achilles, and we can do much like what we did in the last one with Vajrayana. Now our other tuner here is Influence Dragon. Influence Dragon, his effect is going to allow us to turn one face-up target monster we control into a dragon until the end of the turn. So if we have him at level 5 and an artifact at level 5, then we can summon this monster, Trident Dragion, which requires one dragon-type tuner and one or more non-tuner dragon-type monsters. So when we special summon or synchro summon this guy, We can target up to 2 cards we control, destroy those targets, and if you do, for each destroyed card, this card gains 1 additional attack during the battle phase. So this guy's a 3,000 attack monster, and if we set down some artifacts, then all of a sudden we can attack multiple times. And if we use this in conjunction with, say, Artifact Labrys, where I set my Artifact Chakram down, I have Labrys in the hand, I summon Trident Dragon, I destroy my Chakram. That allows me to special summon Labrys, and then Trident can attack twice. So then we have 2 attacks of a 3,000 attack and a 2,300 attack, which is pretty deadly. Now, if we look at our last monster, it's Mobius the Frost Monarch. I decided, since we have a lot of special summoning on our opponent's turn, that we might be able to summon this guy on our turn with a tribute summon, and then we can use his effect to destroy up to 2 spell or trap cards on the field. Now we can destroy either our own to make use of Labrys effect, or even make use of Chakram, where we save our own card and summon Chakram. And Chakram plus Mobius is lethal, Mobius plus Labrys is lethal. So we're looking for these big lethal plays. Now, our other cards that we have are a Galaxy Cyclone, which just lets me pop my own cards or pop my opponent's cards depending on what I need, so I can use Chakram and Labrys again. Double Cyclone is a quick play spell, which is going to allow us to target 1 card we control and 1 card our opponent controls and destroy them both. We can do this on our opponent's turn, which means that if we set any one of these artifacts and destroy it on our opponent's turn, first of all, we're getting rid of one of their back row, plus we are summoning one of our artifacts. And if we're summoning something like Vajra, then all of a sudden we can pop the rest of our back row and summon multiple artifacts on their turn. Now, Dust Tornado, we are going to set it, target one of our opponent's cards. It's one of our opponent's trap or spell cards, and destroy it, and then we can set 1 spell or trap card from our hand. Now we can set our artifacts using this card. So if we have both a Dust Tornado and a Double Cyclone on the field, and say we already have 1 artifact, Vajra, then we could Dust Tornado, pop one of his cards, set a Chakram, then we could Double Cyclone, pop another one of his back row, summon Vajra, Vajra destroys Chakram, we have 2 artifacts and we've popped 2 of their cards. And our final card here is Treacherous Trap Hole, just because it's very strong, and it's going to allow us to destroy our opponent's monsters, or possibly even pop our own if we really have to, but we're hoping not to do that. Now, if we look at the rest of our extra deck, we have Scrap Dragon, which we've seen before. We can summon him with Influence Dragon and with any of the artifacts. Black Rose Dragon, we can use to wipe the entire field. Unfortunately, since we can only wipe the field on our turn, we can't use our artifacts to special summon them on his turn. But we can get a good field wipe. This is going to be summoned with Achilles and any of our artifacts. And then finally, we have Star Eater, just a really big monster. He's unaffected by card effects while he's attacking. And when he gets summoned, he can't be negated from being summoned. It's kind of a weird effect, but it can be useful. And this guy, we are only going to be able to summon him with a Mobius and a level 5 tuner, or if we make one of the tuners level 6 and we have an artifact on the field. So we need a Mobius in the hand. All plays with Star Eater are going to require Mobius. But I was running 2, but I think 1 is just going to be better. And that is the concept behind this deck. We're going to give it a try in ranked. I'm not sure how well it will work, because the problem is the monster that we synchro summon depends on what tuner we have. Because we can only summon Ascalon if we have Achilles, and we can only summon Trident Dragon if we have Influence Dragon. So we're going for one of those 2. But the question is what do we have available to us? Now, I think this is going to be decently consistent, but I'm sure we'll see the flaws. And if you have any suggestions based off of this, because I haven't seen anyone running level duplication in an artifact synchro deck, and I think it's a really interesting idea that maybe people haven't thoroughly explored. And we got a lot of lethal options. We can definitely catch our opponents off guard if they don't have adequate protection through their back row. Because like a Trident Dragon could easily just run over an opponent and win the game immediately. So let's go ahead and see what our opponent's doing. They're running a 22 card deck. And what are we looking at for our cards here? Not great at the moment. He's running Dark Magician though. Maybe. I don't know. Dark Magician, I guess they have an extra deck. He seems to have a pretty solid Dark Magician start so far though. That's obviously a navigation, so we're going to want to pop that as soon as possible. Which means we might not want to make a play until his turn. And we could pop the navigation. Popping the navigation doesn't help us, but it also doesn't hurt us. We should just do it now to force him to use it. Okay, he didn't use it, which means he doesn't have a Dark Magician in his hand. Interesting. So what do we want to do here? This one's going to be tough, because we don't really have a good start. We don't have any way to pop our own cards. So it's kind of tough whether I actually use Labris or not. Maybe I save Labris? Yeah, I'll save Labris and then we can Galaxy Cyclone our own card when we draw another one. And this is Dust Tornado. So we might just lose here. We might want to set Influence Dragon. This is a really bad hand. I swear, the times that I tested it, I didn't brick a single time, which I was surprised by. I feel like this deck should be bricking left and right. But obviously, right when we get into the ranked duels, it's an immediate break. So, what exactly are you doing? So we'll probably let him do that. Because if he grabs Circle, that is not a Circle. I was thinking he might grab Magician's Circle. So I think we'll just wait till his end phase to pop whatever his back row card is. So we'll let him do everything. We're not that concerned at the moment. Next turn is where it's all gonna come down to. No, we don't. So he just had a fake set card. Or a bluff, I guess. Alright. So... This is a problem. Oh wait, we can Galaxy Cyclone this turn though, right? Yeah. Okay, so that's what we have to do essentially. We are going... Wait, why can't we Galaxy Cyclone? I may have not understood this fully. Can banish then target one... Oh, it's only face up for the second effect. Ooh, okay, well... That's gonna create a problem. So... Our only hope right now is that he tries to destroy our back row card. I didn't realize that Cosmic or Galaxy Cyclone is only face up on the second effect. Probably should have saved it then. Okay, I'm pretty sure he wins here. We need him to try and pop our artifact. If he pops our artifact, then he is in a world of hurt. But he did not. Unlucky. Okay, that's a bad start. We didn't actually get to do anything. We needed a second artifact earlier on. The fact that we didn't draw an artifact till 2 turns in really hurt us because we could have just overrun those 2 Magician's Rods with Labris. So maybe we rely more on holding on to something, like a Galaxy Cyclone, since we didn't draw a double Cyclone. Double Cyclone would have been ideal there. Because we can do it during his battle phase, so like when he's attacking, we can surprise him with a monster that's bigger than his. What is this hand? Alright, we're hoping for stuff. We're hoping for any artifact. Any artifact can make this hand good. Now, I would prefer 2 artifacts, but that's not possible. Make your move, you say. Oh, he's running Dragoonity. But he's running the Dragoonity cards you never see. Alright. Alright, well that's not gonna help the situation. I feel like maybe we just summon one of the Achilles's, because we have two. This is rough at the moment. Now what we can do is we can Treacherous Trap Hole and chain our double Cyclone to it. That is definitely an option. Because then Treacherous Trap Hole will still destroy two monsters. Why is he playing so defensive? No, I think that's okay. Unless we have a play here, we don't want a Treacherous Trap Hole. Okay, so now we're in a good position-ish. How long does level dupe last? I can't remember. I think it's just till the end of the turn. So you can see we could set it, or we can set it. We definitely want to set it like this. And then on his turn, we're going to surprise him with a big play. Because hopefully he'll actually get offensive now. If not, then we're just going to wipe his field. Well, we need him to set a back row. If he doesn't set a back row, we can't really do much. Because we need something for double Cyclone to target on his side. He's doing something. Alright, well that's not really a great play, but whatever. He's doing something else. I don't think he can do anything off of this, though. What is even happening? Oh wait, this is good, because if it'll force him to have a back row. So now he has a back row. So we are going to... Should we Treacherous? No, we probably don't need to Treacherous here. Oh, we have to Treacherous, actually. I lied. So we're going to destroy that. We're going to destroy that. And then we're going to activate Treacherous, because Treacherous is going to die to Vajrayana's effect. So then we'll pop both of these. And we're pretty much just hoping to draw an artifact. We just need to draw an artifact here, and then we can win the... Can we win the game? No, not with Ascalon. That's unfortunate. Do we want to summon Scrap Dragon, though? It's an option. We could either summon Scrap Dragon or we could summon Black Rose. Neither of which I think are very good right now. What else could we summon? Nothing else, I'm thinking. Nope. That's rough. So I guess we just go for some attacks. So we'll summon an Achilles. And then we'll get some good damage in. That's just unfortunate. I feel like we're not drawing any artifacts. Our deck is 7 artifacts. You'd think that we'd be getting like 2 a hand or something. Which all we need for this play to work is 2. Alright, what is this? I can't actually use double Cyclone either because we don't have another artifact. Highly unfortunate. Yeah, we might be out of luck in this one. I just, like, why are we not drawing artifacts is the problem. Although he might not have a great play. Unless he has level augmentation, he's just going into what's it called? Gabolg, which isn't really that scary. Now we've played Dragoonides enough to know that Gabolg can't summon Barsha if he adds a Phalanx. Oh, this card doesn't add cards. What am I talking about? Obviously we haven't played Dragoonid enough to know that. I mean, he can do a lot of damage, we don't really care. All we need is to draw an artifact. If we draw an artifact, I think this game is over. That is not an artifact. Does he have any more winged beasts? That's a dragon. He still has that, though. Okay, so don't want to accidentally use this because it only works on set cards at the moment, so we can't even use it on his back row. So I think what we want to do here is we want to summon Scrap Dragon and just pop his Gabolg. I think that's our only choice, unfortunately. Yeah, we haven't gotten to do the combo. It's so disappointing. But we can also, I'd probably rather pop Galaxy Cyclone. Because then I suppose it doesn't matter. We could have chained a double Cyclone to that and popped whatever his back row is. I don't really know what that card does, but I don't think it could have stopped us anyways. So we at least won one duel so far, but we haven't gotten to do anything cool. I really want to summon one of the level 10s before we get done here. Because like either of the level 10s can be pretty devastating to actually get onto the field. Especially that Trident Dragon. Because since you can set like half of your deck, because my deck is mostly spell or traps or artifacts, I can set them and just immediately start popping multiple things, get like 3 attacks in one turn and just destroy the enemy. But obviously it's not that consistent or we would have seen it by now, right? But yeah, be sure to let me know any changes. What the heck? Didn't even find a duel. But yeah, any changes that might like play off of this idea. It doesn't even have to be the same idea. I just thought that this level duplication was the thing in specific that I think people didn't really look at with artifacts. Especially when you're running a lot of artifacts, and then you can have such high level tuners. You don't normally have tuners that are level 5. Except if you have, what's his face, Quick Draw Synchron. And once again, this hand is pretty bad unless we draw an artifact. But you'd think with our deck being 1/3 artifacts, we'd eventually draw some of them. We've done it. Alright. So I would rather summon Trident Dragon. So we are going to set a full back row. And now all we need to do is draw an artifact on our next turn. But I don't see any way that he can beat us here. If we draw an artifact next turn, then we should have Trident Dragon. As long as he sets a back row card. Which it appears he might not be doing at all. But we can just pop his entire field and start attacking. If we... This doesn't help us at the moment either. I'm just gonna start beating him down with Achilles, I guess. Is that the play, or do we wait for him to do something stupid? I think we wait for him to overextend. I think that might be the other flaw with this deck. This deck is very reactive. So if your opponent doesn't do anything, you kind of can't do anything. You gotta wait for your opponent to make a play, and then you counter their play with something that they can't really deal with. Junk Synchron, huh? I might want to start popping, but we'll wait a second. If he flips one of his cards, then I will Treacherous Trap Hole. That way he's not able to Synchro. And now in his end phase, we might just pop. Because now we're not forced into using Treacherous. So I'm going to pop Vajrayan, or it's not Vajrayan, it's just Vajra. That'll let us summon it. Okay, we've finally drawn an artifact. So we are going to set this card. And how we actually have lethal multiple ways, but I'm going to show off the Trident Dragon, mostly because I want to test something with the Trident Dragon that I haven't gotten to test yet. So let's activate this guy's effect. We're going to make our Vajra into a dragon. Now we are going to activate level duplication. And we are going to level duplicate our Chakram on our Influence Dragon. Now, the play that I want to try here is Trident Dragon is going to try and blow up our Galaxy Cyclone, and I'm going to save it with Artifact Chakram. I want to know if he still gets his attacks. We might as well select Achilles too, because then he'll at least have 2 attacks, so we know we're gonna do well. We'll bring that back to our hand. And then, so for sure now we know we have lethal, and I want to know how many attacks this Trident Dragon has. So boom, there's 1. Boom, there's 2. Okay, he only gets 2, so it's only the amount of cards that he actually destroys. So if we save a card like that with Chakram, then he loses an attack. There you saw the combo. We're gonna try one more time, see if we can get it another time. But it's definitely a thing that we could do in this deck, and it's not that inconsistent. Although, the game's trying to prove me otherwise. I mean, what's our record with this deck? I think we got 2 wins, 1 loss. But we are playing a lot slower with this deck as well, because we're waiting on our opponent to do something. And our opponents don't like to do things, turns out. They don't like to play the game. What is that monstrosity? A 24 card deck? Are you kidding me? Alright, so what are we trying to do here? We save Vajra in the hand. I think we set Chakram down. So what our goal here is going to be, when he attacks us directly, we are going to activate Vajra. Vajra is going to pop our back row, so it'll summon Chakram. But we can also activate Treacherous Trap Hole at that time, and when Chakram dies, we can summon Labras. So we should end up with a full field of artifacts. And if Treacherous can be used, then he will have no monsters. Okay, well, he didn't do anything. Which seems to be a theme among our opponents. So I guess I'm just gonna go ham with Achilles. Like, this Achilles is very safe. I'm just gonna poke him until he does something. What is this? What? Negate the attack, and if you drew... Then, if it is a monster, immediately resolve normal summon and face-up attack. That would have been interesting, but... Okay, well, he'll stop us from poking him, I guess. Now that I think about it, that one Odeon that we played a few episodes ago was using this counter gate card. I had never seen it before, though. Must be popular among new players. This guy's just purely playing a stall deck. Nothing besides stall here. If we get Mobius, this game like ends for you, buddy. Oh my goodness. It's not really working out. I need like a double Cyclone or something. Otherwise, the best I can do is keep poking him with Atlas. Now, the good thing about my deck in this case is I am not going to draw a lot of cards. I don't have any draw power in here. So, it's going to take him a while to deck me out if he wants to deck me out. And if he keeps using counter gates, then he's going to be the one to deck out. And he's finally making a play, which is fantastic. That's what we want to see. Our goal is to hopefully get him to direct attack us. If he summons more than one monster, then we can pop our Achilles and his fusion monster, and then we can have him attack us directly with something else. And then we'll summon Vajra and do our whole combo that I talked about. Now, I don't know if that's going to be possible. We're going to need him to actually, like, do something. I don't even know what cards he's playing. All I've seen is Flute of Summoning Karibo and Countergate. Alright, he just quit? That's no fun. One more. I want one more. I want someone who plays. Like, I want you to play the game against me, and then I will counter you. All these people don't play the game. They just sit there and wait. Oh, we did. I just saw, apparently that duel that got canceled maybe counted as a loss for us. That one where I just pressed the duel button and then nothing happened and we ended back up at the main screen. It might have counted as a loss, I don't know, it just had like 3 dots in it. Like maybe the duel just didn't exist or something. Alright, well that's not a good hand. Can I go back to the hand we had last time? I like that one. We're drawing Treacherous Trap Hole more than we're drawing our artifacts, which is just hilarious. What do you even do? Special summon 1 Blackwing. So we really just need to draw an artifact, and then this hand is pretty good. And this hand, if we have an artifact, we can actually special summon Star Eater. One of the few times we could summon Star Eater. If this guy ever does anything, this is painful. Chris, Crack of Dawn. Can only special summon once per turn. This card cannot be destroyed by spell and trap effects. Oh, definitely keep that in mind. I hope he just gets rid of the Chris, because I don't want to deal with it. Oh, he's not. Okay. I mean, we could still Treacherous Trap Hole it, it just won't die. It is treated as a tuner monster. This card gains 300 attack. That's not great. Not great at all. Okay, so I'm gonna do it in the opposite order. I'm gonna set my less important card first. I mean, I don't really want to set Influence Dragon. I think we just let him do whatever. and hope that we draw an artifact next turn. Because I don't think he can win. Unless he has Giant Trunade or Hey Trunade, as it's called in this game. If he Hey Trunades us, that's going to be a problem. Other than that, I think we're looking okay for this turn. What does this card even do? One monster from your deck to your hand with less attack. Can banish one. I don't know what this card does. From your deck, and then, okay, sure, do whatever. Okay, so we're just waiting for him to attack. We're probably going to pop these two, unless he Synchro Summons here, which he might do. He is indeed Synchro Summoning. Should be Hawk Joe, I think? That is not Hawk Joe. What does Rikiri do? Is treated as a tuner. Once per turn, you can target cards your opponent controls up to the number, destroy them. Okay, so we need to make a play. So we are going to activate Treacherous Trap Hole. Gonna use it on both of his monsters. And then we're gonna chain Double Cyclone onto our Treacherous Trap Hole. Boom. And I don't know what that does. So you get to summon, oh my goodness. Ouch. I guess this guy summons another one. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Okay, we need a play. We can't use this Treacherous Trap Hole, so I think that's game. Dang, this is a really bad one to end on. We can, however, set this, set Double Cyclone. Maybe this deck needs a way to use multiple Treacherous Trap Holes, or we need to use a different trap maybe, or something. I'm not seeing it at the moment. It's not working out. We only had one of the 5 duels or 6 duels we did even ended up in us Synchro Summoning effectively. This deck's just not doing it. Not at the moment, at least. It needs fine-tuning, but I don't know in what direction. Now, we haven't lost necessarily yet. He can't win with that right there. Still can't win with that. Our Influence Dragon is just strong enough in defense that it can't be destroyed. Oh wait, can you still do this? Oh, he only popped my back row though. Fool! Ouch. Is there any card we can draw that could win us this duel? I think the answer is no. Alright, well, I'm just gonna surrender right there, because that one's not working out for me. I'm gonna try one more time to get the combo, or just get a good duel. I feel like that one was a pretty bad one. We just want some artifacts. Like, if we can get Vajra, Vajra is fantastic if it's in our hand, even if we can't play it. Chakram can be very useful. Labras is kind of the more tech one. Okay, we got 2 Chakrams. Not great. I would have rather had 1 Vajra or 2 Vajras. But we might be able to make use of this. Okay, he's just gonna play his whole hand. Alright, now we have Vajra. So the world is now our oyster. I think we keep it like this and wait for him to attack. If he doesn't attack though, then we have a problem. I need him to attack me, which I guess is the issue with Vajra. He's the chain reaction dude. Really? Alright, fair enough. Yeah, I just need him to attack me. Which I don't think he's gonna do. This guy doesn't seem like he's ever gonna attack anybody. Or... he's done it. Alright, we want to be an attack because this monster reflects damage to us. So we want to force her to actually die if she wants to do that. And we have the play now to summon Trident Dragon. Or we could summon Mobius and pop a whole bunch of his back row. Trying to think what else. We could summon Star Eater. Star Eater might be the better choice here. Are you gonna do anything? No, I don't want to chain that. I want to destroy my chakra. So what we're trying to do, he's just gonna not attack. Alright. So now we have Treacherous. Now the question we want to ask ourselves is, are we summoning Star Eater? Or what are we summoning? I was really hoping he would crash his monster. Star Eater might be our best bet. Just because I don't know what his backline is, and his backline could be very damaging. We need to get rid of that, the swordswoman. We have like almost all of our options. We have Trident Dragon. Do we just go for a big Trident Dragon play? No, I think that's stupid. Now, we can't summon Ascalon. That's one that I wish that we could summon. Now we summon Scrap Dragon though. Scrap Dragon? Oh no! Oh, we can't summon Black Rose. Dang it. Black Rose would be so good right now. This is a rough one. I would rather have Ascalon or Black Rose right now than Trident Dragon or Star Eater. So only this card is unaffected, not they can't activate effects. So we would still take the reflected damage. I mean, I want that Star Eater. I think we go for the Star Eater. Wait, what? So, let's go here. We're gonna go Star Eater and try and use our Treacherous... Oh my goodness. So, let's activate this. We'll reveal Mobius. And we're gonna boost that guy. And then, which one don't we need? We probably just want to get rid of Vajra because we can't really recycle. And then I think we just leave it like this. If he tries to pop our Treacherous, then we save it. But our goal is to just blow up his monsters and attack him next turn. Because Star Eater is going to be immune to effects when it attacks. So we're just trying to hit him for as much damage as possible. Plus, if our Chakram stays alive, which it likely will, we can summon Mobius on top of it. And Mobius can pop his back row. It's taking him really long to make decisions, but I guess I sat there for like 15 minutes. Okay, so when he goes to end his turn, you have another monster? That's annoying. So we're going to activate this, and we're going to get rid of you. We're going to get rid of the face down. See if he has a response. I can't think of what his response might be though. So this guy should just take damage normally. We got double Cyclone. So what we're going to do, because we're running out of time a little bit, is we're going to set Chakram. And we're going to summon Mobius. We're going to tribute this guy. We're going to activate Mobius. Going to use it on that. And then we're going to destroy another. And I think we'll just destroy that. Now this, oh, is it Canadia? Really? Really, man? You're gonna flip down our Mobius. That doesn't help you, I don't think. Okay, well let's just attack. Unfortunately, we're half attack for now. Wall of Disruption doesn't actually work on my Star Eater. Nice try, buddy. Oh, he's just trying to get a Canadia on the field, though. Yes. I would like to attack that dude. That'll end my turn. We're running out of time here. But he's out of cards. He's got nothing but a Canadia left. And I could just double Cyclone in the end phase. No, let him do that. That's fine. So we're gonna destroy that, and we're gonna destroy that. Summon that. And then we're just gonna go battle phase. We've done it. We solved the riddle that was the Odeon puzzle. We summoned the unlikely Star Eater. And I feel like that one's a good one to end it on. We got done what we wanted to with this deck. We had 2 decent showings. I think you get the idea of what the deck does. The deck had a positive win rate. Granted, we are in silver. But this might be the last time we try this deck, unless we can think of a better way to actually use it, because it is really a joke deck in a way. Like, it's got some cool ideas. You can see how people, like, if they attack me and try and do what they want to do, it's gonna really disrupt you and mess you up. But if they don't, then I'm kind of just a sitting duck until they do what I want them to do. But either way, hopefully you enjoyed Artifacts. This one was super long because we were trying to get it right. I don't know how good this deck will ever become, but it was a fun time. We got our combos off. And either way, hopefully you enjoyed this one, and I will see you next time.